Today, we are going to be talking a little bit about koha-US, where we've been and what's happening in koha-US now, including SIGs and upcoming events that are planned. I'm Christopher Brannon with the Coeur d'Alene Public Library and the Cooperative Information Network.
And I'm George Williams. I'm the Next Search Catalog Coordinator at Northeast Kansas Library.
So today we're going to talk a bit about where koha-US currently is, especially with SIGs. We want people to know there's been some changes. We've had some SIG leader changes, time changes, and a new SIG that was added recently. Plus, we've got some upcoming things happening. There's an upgrade happening, and we've also have an event that we're planning for, a new one. So to get things started, why don't you go ahead and bring up the page? You're looking at our website right now. And,
yeah, this is the koha-US website.
And where do we find information about the SIGs?
That's under, I believe it's under Share, Special Interest Groups.
Yes, and for those that don't understand SIGs, SIGs is just an acronym for Special Interest Groups.
Yes, I hate acronyms, but I use it anyway. There's a long list of reasons why I don't like acronyms or abbreviations, but I'll forgo that conversation at this point in time because nobody cares. But yeah, we've got several special interest groups that meet regularly. Most of them meet monthly. I think all of them meet monthly now. The acquisitions group is led by Rhonda Kuiper, and they meet the third Tuesday of each month at 9 Pacific, which is noon in Eastern Time. The new
she
one
pronounces her last name Kuiper.
Kuiper? Okay.
Yep.
And when you go to this page, the most recent, I believe that if you click on play, these are the most recent meetings, aren't they?
It goes to the playlist.
Goes to the playlist. And the playlist should have, excuse me, the most recent recording from the most recent meeting. And they have a Google Workspace. So if you they share documents, and that's what the Google Drive link is for.
And, this is something that I might revamp just a little bit because you see a link for the workspace, which is different than the link for the join the mailing list, which is in the upper right-hand corner in a red button. So I might revamp that so it's a little bit
Make that
more,
a button too.
Yeah, a little bit more obvious. But yeah, if you actually want to join the mailing list and not necessarily go to the work group or workspace, you would want to click the red button. This is a new group that just started.
Yeah.
And in fact, the picture doesn't link to the playlist yet because at the time that we set this up, we didn't have a playlist going yet, but now we do. So we'll be adding that playlist link there. But yeah, Lisette Sheeter, who you've worked with and now is an employee of Bywater, she volunteered to lead this group. And
it came about kind of at the conference in Texas where there were a lot of people interested. How do I learn more about how to set up Koha testing Docker? How do I use the sandboxes? How do I write code for Koha? And so that's why it's called Baby Devs. It's for people that are just starting out. Honestly, I could probably go and learn a lot. I haven't been to one of the meetings yet because it's on a bad time of the week for me. But that's the idea, is learn how to be better about getting in there and testing things in Koha and learn how to maybe write a patch or do some stuff to change the Koha code.
I hope to pop in there from time to time, and hopefully they'll collaborate with the education team a bit because I would like to see more information on, especially the Docker, because that's one that I want to start tinkering with. But
Right.
this meeting happens the second Thursday of the month at oh, we don't have this. We don't post the central. It's weird because on the
It'd be,
actual event calendar, we post things in Central Time, but we don't post the Central Times in here. So we'll need to adjust that.
yeah, that'd be 10:30 Pacific, 11:30 Mountain, 12:30 Central, and 1:30 Eastern. I think the reason I haven't been to that yet is because there's an Aspen community meeting at the same time on that day.
Yeah, and if I look very closely at that graphic, the times are on there as well, and it has all of them there. So we'll update the website so that it includes all those times too, just to make it convenient for everybody.
Cataloging. I go to this one every now and then, not because I'm a cataloger, but because you can go there and just sit with the camera off and come out having learned so much stuff. It's incredible. The catalogers really know what they're doing about cataloging. If you have cataloging questions, this is the group to go to, especially cataloging. Even if it's not a Koha cataloging question, they will set you straight. But they meet on the first Thursday of the month at 8 a.m. Pacific, which is 9 Mountain, 10 Central, 11 Eastern.
And this is led by Heather Hernandez. And she's probably been one of our more powerhouse SIG leaders. She's done some bonus meeting times from time to time.
Yeah.
But I do know that we won't have her on. I don't know if we'll have her on as a SIG leader for much longer because I know that she's getting ready to retire. But she has been such an asset for koha-US. We've loved having her as a SIG leader.
Right. Next down the list is circulation, and they've got two group leaders currently, John and Georgette.
Yes, it was previously co-led by John and Lauren Denny, and Lauren has volunteered for another aspect of koha-US. So Georgette took up the reins on this with John. So
yeah, I've been to quite a few of these meetings, and they're all about, the OPAC, checking books in, checking books out, and user services and patron questions. If you have questions about why isn't this book checking out right, or why can't I load the patron information correctly, this is the kind of thing you want to go to. And they meet on the fourth Wednesday of the month at 8 Pacific. Well, this doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
It says 8 a.m. Pacific, 11:30 Mountain, 12:30 Central, and 1:30 Eastern. 8 a.m. Pacific, that's not the right time.
No,
I think it's supposed to be 10:30 Pacific.
Looks like we've got to fix something there.
So this is just as much of a learning experience for us as it is for you viewing out there. We're learning all of the deficiencies in our special interest groups page on the Koha-US website. I'm pretty sure
it's a good thing that I guess it's a good thing that we are reviewing this stuff together.
Yeah.
But let me look at the
look at the calendar, make sure those times are right.
Yeah, let's see here. This is the circulation. Where are
I'm pretty sure it is right because I remember we didn't meet in November because it was the day before Thanksgiving.
12:30 Pacific Central Time is correct, so that would make that Pacific time at 10:30.
10:30. Yeah.
So I will fix that right now. We don't need bad information on the website.
Well, while you're fixing that, I'll talk about the next one. I lead the next one, which is the Consortia, Koha for Consortia. So, we have 50 libraries here in Northeast Kansas that use Koha. And the other people that show up to this group are, the people from Southeast Kansas, where they have 50 libraries. And you come to that one sometimes, you've got like 28, something like that. Yeah, this is for using Koha in a multi-library situation, because there are lots of weird things that come up when you run Koha in a multi-library situation. And the times on this group, they're wrong too. So I'll let you fix that in a minute. It says we do meet on the fourth Thursday of every month. And what it says here is we meet on the fourth Thursday of every odd numbered month. But we started going to every month. Bob used to lead this group, and what we found is that if we only did it, we found that there was enough interest to do it every month instead of every other month. So we bumped up the timetable. The meeting time is correct. It's at 9 Pacific, 10 Mountain, 11 Central, and noon Eastern. And that being said, we did not meet in November because the fourth Thursday of November is Thanksgiving Day. And we are not meeting in December of 2024 because that's the day after Christmas. And we did a survey about picking a different time. And one of the options in the survey is like, let's just skip November and December and hop on to January. And that's what we decided, is we're just not going to meet in November and December because of the way the holidays worked out this year.
If you refresh, you should have a correction
All right, let's refresh and see what happens.
for that one and the one previous.
All up to date.
There we go.
We do have all of these groups have a mailing list, and they all have space on Google Drive. So, and they all have playlists of the videos of the meetings. The meetings record automatically and get uploaded, directly to YouTube when the meeting's done. So
we have a demonstration SIG that we've had in the past. This one has not been meeting because we don't have anybody to lead it right now. So if you are interested in leading it, we would love to hear from you. And we do have a link there for you to contact us through. But basically, we have a demo version of koha-US, or excuse me, Koha on koha-US, where folks can tinker around with it, kind of like what Bywater does, but we've set it up in a variation so that you can see it a little bit differently than out of the box. And with other examples in there, you can go in there and log in and play around with some stuff.
yeah.
So it's a little bit more locked down than other demos, just because we want to maintain some of the specific setups that we've done on it. But it does give you another idea of how a multi-branch, I think we have it set up as a multi-branch. So you can go in there and play with it, but we would love to have a group that wants to play with it and tweak it and adjust it according to what they think would give more of an idea to new people as to what Koha can do. So if you are interested in leading that group, please reach out to us at koha-us.org, and we'd love to help someone get that started up.
Yeah, the initial idea behind the demonstration group was to have some people that would go in and put some records in there. So
and there are some.
Yeah, I did an extract of about 100 patrons from our system and anonymized the data. I gave everybody the same last name, I think, and changed their address so it was all the same. And I put all those people in there.
Would they have to have the last name Frosty?
They might. Then Fred added some bibliographic records from his catalog, and I added some bibliographic records from my catalog. And I added some branch locations based on the different locations in DC Comics. So you can go to the Gotham branch, the Arkham branch, they're all based on those locations in the comic books by DC Comics. And so that was kind of what it was initially set up as, but there's a lot of things that could be done with the demonstration group that it's just nothing's happening really with it. I think we use it more than anybody else for our demos here on these videos. The next one is the System Administrators Group, which is anything that has to do with system preferences and reports and like back end of Koha kind of stuff. And Andrew from Bywater Solutions leads that group.
Yeah, Andrew Firsty Henry is our upcoming president for 2025. And
yes.
so he'll be, hopefully he'll still continue doing this. Hopefully he won't be too busy. But yeah, he just bounced back over to Bywater and is working there. And so we have a couple of, we have 3 people at least from Bywater that are helping to lead SIGs, which is really cool.
Yeah, and Andrew was working at the Dubuque, I want to say Dubuque County Library. He worked at Bywater, and then he worked at Dubuque County Library, and then he moved back to Bywater. So he's bounced around a little bit. And but that group meets the second Tuesday of the month at 8 Pacific, 9 Mountain, 10 Central, and 11 Eastern. Which brings us at the end to web development, which is led by Lucas.
Who is our third Bywater person.
Yes. Lucas is a Bywater employee, and he is a great resource to have at these meetings because he, basically what these meetings are is it's me and Jason and Barbara asking Lucas questions. Somebody will show off something they've done, but it almost always turns into, let's ask Lucas a question that we can't answer ourselves.
I've seen a lot of discussion about the kids catalog there too.
Yes, almost every month, almost every time I go to a meeting. I don't make it every month, but it's almost always, it starts off with Jason saying, well, I've been working on the kids catalog. I can show off what I've done since our last meeting with the kids catalog. And those meetings are on the 3rd Thursday of the month at 10 Pacific, 11 Mountain, noon Central, and 1 Pacific, or 1 Central, Eastern.
And this is, the Koha interface, HTML, jQuery, CSS, plugins, all that stuff that allow you to customize and make Koha unique for your organization. So this is really where you go and tweak how things look and feel. So this is really a good one for those that want to play with the overall look. So
other topics that have come up in those meetings are like report notice, or not report notices. Because Lucas is also good with the template toolkit stuff that some of us don't know much about.
Yeah.
And if somebody came to one meeting and they had a question about their notices, and when I saw their notices, like, wow, you've done so much with your notices. It's incredible. Their notices are like little beautifully crafted pieces of HTML that look fantastic. Anytime you want to change the way that Koha looks, this is the place to come and ask questions for that.
So let's bounce over to the events page for a moment, and let's talk about what's coming up in Koha-US currently. We have upcoming elections and voting. And if you go there, you can see the positions that are being filled. These were the nominations, and so we don't post the voting ballot on the webpage. That link goes out straight to our memberships. It is a membership-only privilege to vote for who gets to fill a board position and also to vote on things. And in this case, aside from voting for 4 positions, we have vice president, we have treasurer, we have member at large, and we're refilling a seat for a 1-year term. Usually they're 2 years, but we've had this seat vacated, and so we're doing a short election on this one. So 4 positions that are being filled, but in addition to that, we're also at the same time voting on next year's the 2025 Koha-US annual conference venue. and we've got 3 to choose from. So we
Yeah,
have
but this is the
information
first
about
time.
this.
This is the first time since the pandemic we've had more than one location to choose from, which is really exciting.
Yeah, so we've got some great choices here. Parma, Ohio, Providence, Rhode Island, and Fargo, North Dakota. Each have information about their location, distance from airports, distance to places to stay, and distances to places to eat. All important information that people want to know when they're choosing a location. So be sure to watch. If you're a member, be sure to watch out for that email and that link to go and vote. We've already had some people vote, but if you have not, please do your due diligence as a member and vote. Make sure that you are heard in what you want. And yeah, looking forward to seeing where we end up.
If you're not a member, there's still plenty of time to join.
Aside from our SIGs, something else, we have a few committees. We have a conference committee that isn't listed in the SIGs, and we also have an education committee that isn't listed in the SIGs. But the education, and we have a development committee. They don't record their stuff. They get together and help plan and shape the things that we do. But one of the things that will be coming out in the near future, the education committee is going to be putting out a survey to find out things that you as users or developers would like to come together in. We want to bring users and developers together to help bridge a gap between the two groups so we're going to have a developers forum in 2025. So we're putting out a survey, and that survey will go out, and you can participate by helping us shape the kinds of questions and the kinds of things that we want to do to help bridge that gap between developers and users. Maybe developers want to get users more involved in the bug testing or development process or input on things, or maybe users want to get more involved in bug testing or learn more about development in general, or how can they do more than what they already do. So we're going to have a little forum for that where both groups can get together and have these discussions. And I think it's going to be fun. We'll see how it goes. And who knows, maybe we can do it again in the future. But this is going to help us to help the community in bringing us together on the same page so that we can flow a little bit better and we know what expectations are of each other in that aspect of Koha.
I'm looking forward to that.
All right, and it looks like you brought up video playlists.
Yeah, I was just flipping around here, the video playlist page. There's our videos, the 2023 conference, the general meetings are all here, easy to find. The Monday Minutes playlist feeds into here. The deep dive, they haven't done one of those in a long time, have they?
No, not since Kelly left the Monday Minutes. So yeah, I'm wondering if Nick and Jesse will do something of that nature.
We'll do any more of the deep dive stuff. I don't know.
I also see I need to move that from the 2023 to the 2024 conference videos. So
lots of work for you I'm creating just by showing off the website, huh?
Yep. So
we could look for some more problems.
And if you do notice something that's needing attention, please, by all means, reach out and let us know. We're all volunteers doing this on the side of our regular jobs. So if something gets missed, or if you would like to know more about something, if you see an area where we could provide more information or education in, please drop us a line, let us know. You can always reach out to Koha at info@koha-us.org. And we would be glad to hear your suggestions or feedback on what needs attention. But I think for now, that is it. So want to thank you. It wasn't so much training as it was education on koha-US and some of the things that are happening and what's available to you. So thank you for joining us today. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to comment on this video or reach out to us on Mattermost. We are in the Mattermost community for Koha. So please reach out to us, and you can always find that link on share as well. Lots of changes, lots of things happening, lots of updates, and you now know a lot about koha-US and things that I have to do to catch up on the website. But thank you for joining us, and we will see everybody again in 2 weeks.
See you later.